Hello everyone, this is Bazooka. Welcome to one of my videos and welcome to Random Ramblings. And once again, we are back with the weapon analysis. This time it is the airstrike for the soldier, the new soldier primary. So let's just jump straight into it. So of course, hopefully we all know that its stats. Hopefully we all know what its stats are. It increases the attack speed, firing speed of while you're rocket jumping about as fast as the Beggar's Bazooka firing speed. If I were to compare it, the clip size is increased on kill. However, it has quite a few downsides. The 25% damage penalty, negative 25% clip size, and negative 15% explosion radius. So, let us start off with the goods, the goods. So, the attacking speed, like I said, it attacks about as fast, it fires as fast as about firing, 3 rockets from the Beggar's Bazooka when it, when it has a full clip and you just fire away, or you release the fire button, it just fires all the rockets. It seems about as fast as that. As fast as that. That's really all there is to it, but the only thing is you have to be actually rocket jumping. You can't, blast jumping, so I haven't really tested this out myself, but you might be able to, surf off of an enemy pill or an enemy rocket, and, I don't know, you might be able to get the full firing speed off of that. I am not entirely sure. The other upside to it is its clip size is increased. When you kill people, it has a kind of like a heads taken kind of thing the Islander has and the Bizarre Bargain has. When you get kills, it adds this counter, and however many kills you get, it adds that many shots to your clip, and it maxes out at 5. As you can see in one of the clips that I have, I get an achievement called Maximum Potential, and it's when you get as many clips as you as you would expect. It's for the airstrike, and you get it when you get the maximum amount of shots in the airstrike, of course. And then we go to the downside. The downside is well, it's kind of in the same ballpark as the backscatter, from my opinion. I know it doesn't really make sense, but I'll get to that when I, fully say the rest of it. So, the downsides are it has 25% less damage, so it has the same damage penalty as the Liberty Launcher after it got changed, and it also has the same downside as the Black Box, having only 3 shots in its clip, and it also has like kind of a similar downside to a similar downside as the direct hit, where it has a smaller explosion radius. Granted, it's not too much smaller because the direct hit was like 60%. This is only 15%. But yeah, the damage penalty and the clip size, it makes me kind of feel like it's the backscatter, where I kind of wish it was only one or the other. Probably more the damage penalty, because 8 rockets full damage, that's kind of devastating. In, like, rapid succession, that'd be pretty darn devastating. So I think having 4 shots on the clip, but still keeping the maximum of shots at 8. Did I even mention that? The cap is 5 kills. I don't think I ever mentioned that. The cap is 5 kills for this thing, by the way. So you get 8 shots in the airstrike maximum. So I think bumping up the clip size by 1, but still keeping the cap at 8 maximum clip size, so 4 kills would be the maximum kills that would matter, and the rest of it's just bragging rights. I feel like that would be a good balance, but as it is, having only 3 shots that do Liberty Launcher damage is I don't want to keep using this word because it's just, I feel like I'm overusing it, but it feels debilitating. It really feels like it's really, like you really have to work on, you have to really work for those kills. And, like, the soldier is definitely an assaulting class. It's an attacking class. It's a very offensive class. So you can't necessarily do that until you get a lot of kills with this thing. In order to get a lot of kills with it, you have to be really patient with it. You have to wait around, you know, cherry pick some people's kills, so that way you get the kill and they don't. Getting assists is just a horrible feeling because you don't get the kill, so it doesn't add to your clip size at all. So there is that. Also, the explosion radius, I have seen that it is a little bit harder to hit people because you're so used to the normal rocket, you know, explosion radius that you have to accommodate for that. You have to try and hit them closer. Like you have to try and make the rocket explode closer to them than you normally would because of its smaller explosion radius. And I feel like this weapon, combined with the less damage and smaller clip size to start with, this weapon is a very skill-intensive weapon. You have to be able to know where to predict people, and you have to make every shot count. I mean, even with its upside, the ability to, you know, rain rockets down on people after you rocket jump, the thing is, you're not gonna do anything unless it's on a sentry nest, or you have amazing prediction skills on someone who's like running away or just, you know, moving around a lot. You have to know exactly where they're going in order to properly deal a ton of damage to them. So that makes engineer nests and potentially engineers, and it makes heavies, snipers. It makes those, like, generally those three classes very easy kills for the airstrike when you have quite a few rockets in your clip. But to start it out, trying to take on either of those, any of those guys, probably not one of the best choices. Maybe a sniper, because, well, sniper's too busy looking down his scopes, unless he's using the Huntsman of the Classic, in which case he could probably see you and go, bam, dead. Or, you know, whoosh, you're dead. Either which way, Classic Huntsman. So that is that. Is there anything else that I can really note about this weapon in and of itself? I really like it. It's just I have a hard time using it because okay, here's the thing with this weapon. This weapon makes me want to rocket jump so much. You'll see various times in this entire gameplay footage that I get that I rocket jump up and then I go straight down into a pit because I'm playing Nucleus. So I just rocket jump up, get like 2, maybe 3 shots off, and I fall down the pit like a complete idiot because I don't know where I'm going when I'm rocket jumping. I just rocket jump for the sake of getting faster firing speed off of this thing, and that's a bad habit to put players into. So you kind of want to take rocket jumping kind of, you know, normally. Rocket jump only when you need to. unless you're pretty darn good at rocket jumping, in which case, rocket jump away. Go crazy with them friggin' 8 rockets, 7 rockets that you're gonna have inside of your clip. Like, sweet jeez, man. So yeah, that's the general idea of it. So how does this stack up against the with just stock secondary and stock melee? Not too well. Like I said before, the airstrike, you really gotta get those kills with the airstrike. I'm not actually. You know what? I'm doubting myself now. I'm not sure if the clip size increases. Like the kill, I'm not sure if the kill increases if you get a kill with, like, not with the airstrike. But I thought it was you only get kills. You only get the kill counter going up if you get a kill with the airstrike. But if not, then in which case you can just ignore this. But from what I, vaguely remember, because for some reason I'm super doubting myself now. I feel like having a shotgun doesn't really help you out because you have to get kills with the airstrike. You have to get kills with the airstrike in order to get the kill count to go up. Again, I'm not entirely sure if that's right, so feel free to correct me, post-editing, message me. So yeah. So I feel like the shotgun and the reserve shooter aren't going to do too much for you. The melee can be whatever because it's the soldier. It can be, well, it could probably be the market gardener because since you're, rocket jumping a lot, you're most likely going to find yourself in a situation where, you only have 2 shots. You're, 3 shots in your clip. Use 1 to rocket jump. Shoot down 2 to weaken them, and then pull out the market gardener. Bam! 195, and you'll most likely kill just about anyone with that combination. It's actually not that bad sounding. Unfortunately, I'm not good with the market gardener, so I never tried that. So I leave that up to anyone who's actually decent with the market gardener and being able to market gardener people. Of course, the base jumper feels like it's really meant to go with the airstrike because it lets you stay in the air. You rocket jump up, you deploy the base jumper, you can reload that 1 rocket you used to fire, and then just go to town with 8 rockets if you have the maximum potential. So that makes it very devastating, and still being able to strafe with the base jumper is also amazing. Another good secondary item to use with the airstrike is, of course, the gunboats. Being able to block out like 66% damage. I can't quite remember the number, but whatever. It's around there. It blocks out a good chunk of the damage, so you don't take too much when you're rocket jumping. And since you're meant to rocket jump a lot with this weapon, of course, the more health you can conserve when you rocket jump, the better. So being able to rocket jump up and fire down your rockets and only take essentially like a small bit of rocket jump damage and fall damage is very essential for this thing. And now the buff, the backpack items, the Conqueror, the Battalion's Backup, the buff banner. I have tried the buff banner and the Conqueror. They are both very hard to use. I'm not gonna lie. The Battalion's Backup, I'm going to assume, is the same as the buff banner. I thought with the buff banner it would be okay because you fill up the rage, you get mini crits, you can heal people easier. But the thing is, you need to actually deal damage, and since this thing has a smaller explosion radius and less damage, it's harder to kill people to begin with and even deal damage to people. So I found that to be really hard to even activate a buff banner. I don't think I even ever got to activate a buff banner while getting this gameplay. I got to activate a Conqueror once, I believe, and that's it. So personally, unless I am being pocketed by like a crits medic or something, I'm probably never going to use any of the any of the buff items, the buff secondary weapons for the soldier. I might as well just use the base jumper or the gunboats. Maybe the shotgun because it only has 3 shots in its clip, that makes it really hard for taking down people when you first start off. So being able to give yourself a little bit of breathing room, if you're like 1, 2, 3, oh, I'm out of rockets and I'm basically dead, and you can't afford to reload something, you can pull out the shotgun. I suppose that's a good idea. I don't know. Again, if I'm wrong about the whole only being able to get kills with the airstrike, I'd really like you to put that on screen, future me. Thanks a lot. Okay. Alright, so, anything else? Anything else that I can really say about the airstrike? Anything else that goes well with the airstrike? Not particularly. Again, the melee, you can choose whatever melee you want. I use disciplinary action in some of these clips because I felt like being able to move around faster would help me out a bit. Using the equalizer, I thought would have been also a good idea, since you're, rocket jumping and then taking fall damage. You're taking a lot of damage to yourself, so you're not going to have too much health. So having the equalizer out, or having the equalizer in your loadout to deal a lot of melee damage if you ever have to, not that bad of an idea. On the flip side, the escape plan might be a decent idea, because you might really find yourself in a pickle and you can't. And you probably wouldn't be able to afford to rocket jump away. You can pull out the escape plan, maybe get away from someone. I don't know. Anything else? Anything else? Pay and trade, of course, is just, your general capture the point, payload thing. Whatever. You use it at your own leisure. So, yeah, that was my thoughts on the airstrike. Is there something that I potentially missed? I don't know. I'm not that great with Soldier. At least I don't think I am. But if you think I, potentially missed something, please leave a comment. Tell me what I missed. I want to know. Tell me. So, I thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys later. Next time, of course, is going to be one of the new weapons from the Love and War update. So, have a great day and a good night. Bye.